Here we go. Hello, everybody. This is Kelly Kimberlin with Connect with Your Inner Badass, life coach, speaker, and author. Here with...
I'm Eva Stotler, and I am the founder of Hot Mess to Hot Mama.
There's a lot of that going on, isn't there?
Yes, I'm a bit of a hot mess today, but tomorrow, who knows?
And this is the show we're going to talk about the real life shit show that we're all living in, but nobody's talking about it and how to navigate through it. I believe that we all have our stuff going on. There's challenges in everyday life, and we have to own it. And I think it's a little easier to navigate through that. So we're going to be talking about real stuff. We're going to be talking about thinking and eating differently to help you go through all those challenges.
And most importantly, we want everyone to know that your daily struggles, you are not alone. So many times I am thinking, oh my gosh, nobody else can possibly be dealing with what I'm dealing with. And turns out they are, and sometimes worse.
Yeah,
so,
she calls me and she finds out, oh yeah, she's not the only one.
Yeah, anytime I'm feeling down, call Kelly. She makes you feel amazing. Actually, speaking of that, several years ago, I was just kind of in a funk, and I challenged myself to every time I was feeling down, I had to intentionally think of someone else that I could serve or
That's
I
key.
could bless in some way. And come to find out, I would reach out to people not knowing anything that was going on in their situation. I would just send them a loving text saying, hey, how are you doing? I hope you're well. And it turns out they were going through something way worse than what I was going through.
Yeah.
And the time I took to love and serve them, I was totally distracted from what was going on in my life and was able to just walk away from that. So,
And that's a good distraction.
Yeah.
Because you can distract yourself in other ways that aren't so good. But that's a good distraction. That's why I tell my clients all the time, when you're in a funk and you think you're the only one like that, help somebody else. Help somebody else. And that just changes your whole energy around what you're going through. And you feel better about yourself because you reached out. And you know that you can handle anything.
yes. And it's also a great way to build community. Community of women to support each other. You were just
Right.
telling me, what were you telling me that you
Right.
saw?
On yesterday and today in NBC, they were talking about us women, you know, how we have to start to nurture the nurturers because the heart issues have doubled, stress issues have doubled, cancers have increased because all the stress in our life has caused more health issues, which Eva's the queen on that, and mindset too. So if you're not thinking that you can handle anything, you're not thinking positive about your life, those hormones kind of go crazy and it causes all kinds of, you know, health
Yes,
issues.
stress is a huge factor when it comes to hormones. Everybody wants to lose weight nowadays, and so many people are struggling to do so because their hormones are so out of whack. And hormones have to do with lifestyle factors too, not just
Huge.
a natural imbalance because we're aging. So food plays a huge factor, and stress. Stress
Yep.
is probably, for a lot of people that I work with, the number one reason that their hormones are so
Right.
out of balance.
Yeah,
So-
and I do energy work too on my clients because what happens is when your energy's out of whack, because we're all energy, right, Eva? So when you're stressed and you have emotions that you haven't processed, it actually becomes stuck in your body. So I can help people detect what those emotions are and release them because if your energy is not flowing, that's when the shit show continues and it gets really bad. The chaos shows up. But when we release that bad energy, everything just flows better. So it has a lot to
Yeah.
do with mindset, emotions, and what you
It
eat.
does. It's also interesting when you have that pent up energy, like she's talking about, where you can actually have pain in your body. I've heard of many people having
Yeah.
energy work and they had chronic back pain, and once that work was done, the pain was alleviated.
Yep, it does. It helps a lot of stuff. I've had energy work done for 7 or 8 years, and I think that's what saved my life. I'm just going to put it out there. I mean, I had adrenal fatigue so bad. You know what the doctors told me? They said, well, you're hitting 50, and we're just going to give you some antidepressants. And if any of you know me, that didn't go over well in the office. I haven't been back since. I tore up their little prescription, and I said, is this what you're telling all the women that come in here? Because this is bullshit. We are not crazy, and just because we're getting a little older doesn't mean we need an antidepressant.
Yes, age is just a number,
That just-
and there's so much that we can do to age gracefully and actually thrive even more in our 50s than we did in our 30s. So I think that's one of the things that we'll be talking about
Yeah.
in the show. Just different things that we've learned over the years. Believe me, we do not have things totally put together. By far are we we're very far from perfect. But we are open-minded and we love to learn and we love to talk to those around us and hear different experiences. And
that's how you learn.
that is one of the reasons why I feel like we definitely have some great resources to bring to you guys. And so our tip this week, again, we're going to have new tips every week. This tip is going to be on mindset.
Yeah, this tip. So, I want to bring up the 3 E's too, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this program is all about the 3 E's. I want to encourage you to accept yourself for the way you are. You're okay just the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you.
Even if you're a hot mess.
Yeah.
Own it. Love it.
I know.
And it's amazing how that can change.
Yeah, so just loving yourself is key. I mean, it sounds kind of corny, but who else is going to love you like yourself? Thank you. So I'm just encouraging you to do that. And then we're going to empower you to make some changes if you choose to. If you want something a little better, you want to feel a little better, you want your mind you want to get control of that bitchy little mindset in there. Sorry. And I do cuss a lot. I'm trying not to, but anyway. Sorry, I tried. I mean, was it 5 minutes? And then we're going to entertain. So we're going to,
we can't help but entertain. If you've ever hung out with Kelly and I for longer than 30 minutes, you will be laughing, whether you're laughing at us or with us.
Yeah, it's usually,
we're okay with it.
Yeah, it's usually at us. We'll bring in some props later. But yeah, so encourage, empower, and entertain. That's what this is all about. And we're going to be talking about real stuff in your life, especially you women out there. So we want people to send us stuff you want us to talk about, because we'll talk about anything.
Yeah, tell us some of the things that you're struggling with.
Yeah.
And also, we'd love to know if you figured out some things that are just awesome, that help you in your day-to-day life. What helps you thrive? Tips, tricks, resources, whatever they may be. Let us know about it. We'd love to know.
Right.
And throw out some topics you want us to cover.
And we'll have some guests on.
Yes.
Because we haven't done this by ourselves. We haven't survived this long without help. So we have a list of guests, list of topics we want to talk about, and we're encouraging you to ask us. So the tip that I want to leave out today is I actually had somebody call me and they're just overwhelmed with stress. You know, they're moving, new baby, they got, business they got to take care of, and there's things you can do to shift that. This is going to go on all the time.
It's always something different.
All
you
the time.
survive one day
Right.
to start the next.
Right, you kind of do.
Right.
So what is it that you love to do that shifts you? I love to turn my music up sky high in my house and I'm either dancing or I get that shitty grin on my face. It just makes me feel good. Stuff I listened to like in high school. You know what I mean? But it just, or even like, I don't know, soft rap is there a thing? Something that makes me feel alive.
Right.
Like, okay, it almost empowers me. So I love to listen to music really loud. I love to get outside. I will get up from my chair, go outside 15, 20 minutes, take a walk, get around my dogs. What else do I do? I kind of shut down and meditate. I know this one has a little problem with that.
She's going to teach me how to meditate, because that is definitely a struggle for me. When I try to meditate, and I'm sure there's other like that, my mind starts to race. I start making a grocery list, all the things that I have to do. My mind starts working harder than when I'm not meditating.
Right.
So I just throw in the towel on that one.
Big shit show going on up in that head. So
really
I'm working on her constantly, because meditation, and you don't even have to be good at it. You really don't. 5, 6, 10 minutes, you got to get centered, because this is what helps you get through your day, being centered and just standing in your excellence, knowing you are that badass that can handle anything. Because if you're not, you get all scattered, and and then you start freaking out, and then you start breathing heavy, and then you start
feeling tension and getting angry at those around you.
Yeah,
So one of the things we were talking about earlier is when you find yourself in a stressful situation, don't let it manifest. If you have any ability to step away from it, do so. Turn your music on. Get up and dance silly for a while. Go out, get fresh air, go for a hike. One of my favorite things is I surround myself with people I love. I know that sounds cheesy, but I have a handful of people who I know got me. no matter what.
Instantly.
Doesn't matter how.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I'm going through. I know that those people will put a smile on my face, and I hope that I am that person for them in turn. So if you don't have those people, I highly encourage you to look for that person who just lights you up.
That's huge. I mean, I just read a Facebook ad that says being with your girlfriends twice a week will change you. Just get around your friends. I mean, I love to go. I do the whole freaking trip thing. I do weekends. I do
I'm going next
week-long trips. I mean, we got something coming up in April. It's going to be fun. And just the instant I get in the car, I mean, even if it's like for one night, everything goes away.
Well, even the excitement leading up to it is good for you too.
Right.
When I work with people, at the end of every report I send people, I always say, find out what makes you smile. Do what makes you smile. But I also tell them I want them to have goals, and I want them to have things on their calendar that they're always looking forward to.
Yeah.
So when they're getting in a funk, when they're feeling depressed or anxiety, they have this thing within reach that's coming down the pipeline soon that they are really excited about.
That's
it can
huge.
be simple,
and
it can be a huge girls trip like she's talking about.
Right.
Find out those things and plug them in and be intentional. That's just another form of self-care that we all lack.
Self-care, we got to nurture ourselves. Nobody else is doing. When's the last time somebody tried to nurture you? I haven't been nurtured.
You right before this started. Little secret, right after we're done with this video, we are having a little happy hour at my office with some amazing people who just love to socialize and uplift each other. So that's something on my calendar that I have to look forward to.
Yeah, Mom, I'm coming. I don't know if I'm invited, but
she is now.
I'm not leaving.
I don't know how to get her out of my office, so I think she's going to stay.
I'm staying. So you guys send us some tips on what you want to talk about, and
we'll go from there.
We don't want to keep you too long because there's nothing worse than a video going way too long.
We might have already done that.
Yeah, they might have clicked off.
I mean, if it were me, I would have stopped walking like 2 minutes. 5 minutes ago.
She's right. So we don't want to run too long, right?
Thanks for bearing with us.
Right. All right.
Cheers.
Love you. Cheers.